Yo, what's up guys? It's me, Chef Nail Sasson, and today I'm making the Homer Simpson donuts from The Simpsons. This recipe includes salt, milk, butter, pure vanilla extract, sugar, AP flour, 2 eggs, active dry yeast, powdered sugar, rainbow sprinkles, and pink food coloring. First, let's start making the dough by grabbing a bowl and pouring in 1 cup of lukewarm milk, a 2¼ tablespoon of yeast, a teaspoon of sugar, 2 eggs, and a teaspoon of vanilla, and mix. Now grab a bowl and pour in 4 cups of AP flour and a pinch of salt. Then add your milk egg mixture to the bowl and knead it until it's a soft dough. Alright, now that we have a soft dough, slowly incorporate 113 grams of softened butter and continue to knead, then let it rest in the grease bowl overnight in the fridge or for an hour and a half. In my opinion, it's best to let it rest in the fridge overnight because the cold rest slows down the yeast activity, which develops more complex flavors and a better texture. Plus, it makes the dough easier to handle. But make sure that once you take the dough out of the fridge, let it sit at room temp for about 30 minutes to an hour to warm up. Our dough has risen, it's time to flour our surface and roll out the dough, then cut them into circles. Since I don't have a donut cutter, I'm doing this the hard way by using a ramekin and just making the donut holes by shaping a hole and cutting it out. So don't mind me. Alright, now place parchment paper at the bottom of your baking sheets, then place your circles and cover them with plastic wrap and let them rest for about 30 minutes to an hour. It's time for our circles to swim in the oil at 365 degrees Fahrenheit for about 1 to 2 minutes per side. Once you take these donuts out of the hot oil, let them cool on a wire rack with paper towels at the bottom to drain the excess oil. Hey now, we can't forget about the glaze. In a bowl, pour in half a cup of powdered sugar with a tablespoon of milk and a teaspoon of vanilla, then mix. And if we want the glaze to have that right color, make sure to add that pink food coloring and mix again. These aren't Homer Simpson donuts without this kind of glaze. Now it's time to dip your donuts in the pink glaze and top them off with rainbow sprinkles. Also, if you're wondering how to say Homer Simpson donuts in Spanish, it's donas de Homero Simpson. Oh my gosh, these Homer Simpson donuts look too beautiful to eat. Alright, got it now? I'm gonna try it and I won't cap.
Yummy donut.
That's pretty good. But try it like this. Donut.
Donut.
Donuts. You might find this a little hard to believe, but these don't have that much of a donut taste. These have more of a Johnny Cake taste like you get at Jamaican places. And I'll be honest, these are out of this world. The frosting really goes good with it, and overall, these donuts aren't too sweet, even with the glaze. When it came to making these, the wait was worth it. Okay, now it's time for homemade versus Krispy Kreme version. There's a big difference of which one is which. I'm gonna try the Krispy Kreme version now, because I already tried the homemade version. These are really good. Not gonna lie, these are too sweet. I like the soft texture and the fact that the pink glaze tastes like strawberry. If they didn't coat these in regular glaze then top it off with the pink glaze, it would have been a different story and less sweet. Don't get me wrong, Krispy Kreme will always be underrated. Now it's time for the facts. Texture-wise, I like Krispy Kreme better, but taste-wise, I like the homemade ones better. In general, I'd rather just make these donuts all over again and have some with a cup of Flanders hot cocoa. One thing that I would do again is go back to Universal Studios for a weekend trip and go to Simpsons World. Now that was a great childhood experience. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace!